Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Aiden Burke, and I will tell you a story about DOOR, Deaf Opportunity Outreach. It's a story about my trip with DOOR. Three summers ago, I went with DOOR, Deaf Opportunity Outreach. DOOR is an established training camp. There's about 13 different teenagers consisted in the program. We learn how to sing, perform, and other activities. It's lots of fun, but a lot of hard work and many rehearsals every week. We first decided to go to Chicago. It was our first performance. We had many rehearsals and made sure we knew how to do everything correctly. We learned how to respect our hosts. Once we felt confident and, quote, passed the test, we were ready to go. We went to Minneapolis. I've been to St. Paul, and it was really, really nice. We did a lot of touring, and it was a big city, but really it was no big deal to me. Once we got done with our choir concert, we went to Vancouver, Canada. The college there was really nice and really interesting. Our host asked us to do a lot of lawn work, though, and do a lot of things outside at her house. We thought it was really strange, but we did it anyways. We did different chores and duties at her house. We mowed the yard, raked the leaves. Her house was really not that nice. It was terrible. Food was everything. It was so messy. I don't even have a word to describe what her house looked like, but we did it, and I'm still trying to forget that memory. Then we went to Seattle, Washington. We did our choir concert there, and then when we were done and calmed down from all the hard work, we realized that we needed to restock our supplies because we had ran out. We had been traveling for 4 weeks, and we needed to go shopping, so we decided to leave and go shopping. We bought a lot of stuff until evening came. When it was time for us to go, we remembered that our leader had told us to be punctual and be on time. So our group, when it was time to go, we decided to go, but not to worry. But this one guy in our group named Daniel freaked out. He was so paranoid. He was a big warrior, and he decided to go back by himself. It was no big deal for us. We're like, okay, we'll see you later. Well, when we got back to the group, our leader was asked us where Daniel was. We looked at each other and in shock. Where was Daniel? Then we asked all the police officers that we could find and asked them if they had seen Daniel. We searched and searched all over the place for him, but it was hopeless. Until about 11 o'clock at night, a stranger came up with Daniel. We were so shocked who that man was, but he had told us that he had found Daniel lying on the ground. He had been knocked out. When he had been rounding the corner, he had gotten mugged. They stole his shoes, his money, his camera. I felt really bad for him, but he was all shaken up, but he got better. The next stop that we made was in San Francisco. I was a real lucky guy. I got to see my parents during the half part of our trip. A lot of the students were really wanting to see their parents, but I was the lucky one. One of my friends had asked me to ask my parents if they would tell their parents that they said hi. I agreed to, so anyways, we then went to another town. There was a youth pastor there, and he helped a lot with teenagers and things like that. After that, we went to LA. There was a lot of teenagers there, a lot of hearing teenagers. There was this one girl, she was really hot. She was a 10. We went to Long Beach, you know where Baywatch is located? That beach. We went there. We went and walked out on the boardwalk and several other things. Once we finished all that, we then headed to Colorado Springs. It was a really nice place. The land was smooth, but then rocky on the other side. We really liked looking at the Colorado mountains. We got to see one of the seven wonders, which was the waterfall. It was a real interesting place. And then we decided to continue. So we drove all night, and then we noticed that the storm was coming, and it was hailing. All the boys looked at each other mischievously, and we decided to be daredevils. We decided to scoot over in the van, open the window, and stick our heads out and let the hail hit us in the head. Oh, it hurt so bad, but it was lots of fun. But we really found out that we were really not wimps. That was pretty much it. That was good. Next, we went to Amarillo, Texas. There, it was really nice, but it was a lot of flat land. After we had our choir concert and settled down, we went and traveled to Houston, Texas. As we were driving, we saw a line of clouds. It was evening in the afternoon, but it wasn't quite night yet. When we arrived to Houston, one of the boys told me that there was a tornado. I looked out, and I could see the shape of the tornado. But I doubted it, because there was no wind. There was nothing, no rain. I wondered why it was happening. I doubted it was a tornado. Maybe a sandstorm. But we didn't have any problems with it, and kept on trucking along. Then we went to Alabama. It was also a nice place. Real fancy houses. Um, we went to the biggest mansions. It really shocked me. But then all of a sudden, an earthquake happened. We were really scared. But I calmed everyone down and told them not to worry. But it lasted for about 5 hours. 5 hours was way too long of just being scared. So we went on. The next day we went out to North Carolina. That is where door was established. There, Mr. John Erickson, who is a famous singer who sounds like he's underwater, was there, and he shared with us his story and his performance, and we got to videotape it. And he gets to go to all these different countries and tell everyone that deaf people can do everything just like you. They can read, they can write, they can make phone calls to people. It was really awesome. After that, we went back home. All in all, that trip was really interesting. It it was very interesting getting to know the culture and learning different and new things.